and welcome to All Indiana Bets. I'm Danielle McConnell. It's the Colts home opener today. Downtown's a buzzing. These guys are going to be buzzing. In just a minute, we'll get the party started for you.
I'm Jason Hammer, and even though a game hasn't kicked off yet, I feel like I've already won because Danielle and Scott both showed up to work today. I'm already ahead.
So, what do you say, Colt fans? The first 2 weeks, I just said, stay away, stay away. What kind of idiot would pick the Colts today? Let's see. Right here.
This is All Indiana Bets.
You're picking them today. We'll see.
I don't know what I'm going to pick, but I'll tell you right now. Do you remember this, Hammer, at the start of the year? We had Bob Kravitz on. It was on our college show.
Longtime writer here in Indy.
Yes, and it was like, how many games will win the AFC South? And I said 9. And you guys, 9? What? And I said, put money on Jacksonville, plus 600. I got them at plus 700. So, look, I don't always get a chance to gloat. I'm gloating right now. I told you, you have to be a total idiot to pick against Jacksonville, down in Jacksonville. I said, you got to be an idiot to take the Colts and -7 the first game of the year when they never win. So here we are, Indianapolis, 0-2 or 0-1-1, whatever. We haven't won. We're used to this here. What is this about?
Colts are getting points today, and Danielle will drive in downtown. A lot of Chiefs fans downtown. I'm seeing so many big, fat, red-wearing Chiefs fans. It looks like a meeting of the Kool-Aid Man convention.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, on that note, let's get...
I thought it was the Hammer and Nigel fan club.
Oh, come on.
Okay, let's get started, boys.
I love those
Unnecessary.
Like they said, coming off arguably one of the most embarrassing losses in the Frank Reich era, the Colts will look to bounce back against Patrick Mahomes today and the Kansas City Chiefs in their home opener. The Colts open this week touchdown underdog. The line is now down to 5. More on that in a minute. First, though, let's head to Lucas Oil Stadium. That's where we find Charlie Clifford and Angela Morian with the check down.
Hey guys, the home openers here. Charlie Clifford, Angela Morian. Angela's home debut at Lucas Oil Stadium. All Indiana Bets debut as well. These are the injury storylines you need to know right off the top. Shaq Leonard not playing with this defense. Patrick Mahomes, Angela, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions this year. How does the defense figure this out without Shaq?
Charlie, he's only been sacked once as well. The defensive front is going to be key for this Colts game tonight to try to get a win, but how do you do without Shaq? I don't know. That's a great question. I wouldn't put a lot of faith in this Colts defense, especially when Stephon Gilmore and Yannick Ngakoue, the 2 new additions, haven't been doing that much. Even Kenny Moore hasn't been doing that much. So I don't know. It's a tough one to put a lot of faith into.
On offense, Michael Pittman Jr. is back. That was the best news Frank Reich could have asked for. Alec Pierce also will return to the lineup after suffering a concussion in his NFL debut. Quickly, what needs to go right on offense in the first half to keep this a game, Angela?
Matt Ryan needs to hit his receivers. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, he needs some protection from up front. So does Jonathan Taylor to get through the holes. But hit the receivers. You have your number 1, number 2 back. Make plays.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Point blank. This is the largest home underdog the Colts have been during the Frank Reich era in Indianapolis. We'll see. It was a wild first 2 weeks. We'll see if things can change here. For now, guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, guys. All right, Scott, as if you haven't already told us, but your strategy has paid off of fading the Colts early in the season. And so are you doing it again today? We all want to know.
Well, it makes no sense, of course, to take the Colts. If you tune in every station, we just watched here on Wish TV, all 5 experts take the Chiefs. That's the logical move.
Sure.
It makes sense. When you see all the local media, I haven't seen one local media ever pick the Colts this week. Not one of them. Here you go. It's my time now. They're a home dog. You heard they have not been this big of a home dog forever. Nothing makes sense. Upside down, dogs and cats. Everything that you think shouldn't go in this, do it. Here's your week. +5. They get Pittman back. They get Pierce back. They still have no tight ends. That's on Ballard. I like him in this situation. Please don't think with your brain. It doesn't help anymore with the Colts. This is a heart week. Take the Colts.
Now, listen, I'm with you. I like the misdirection there.
Yeah.
But if you're breaking down the numbers, if you're doing old Billy Bean Moneyball here,
Right.
Look at Patrick Mahomes' history against Gus Bradley's defense.
Sure.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then look at all of the times the Colts have been home dogs. The last 10 times the Colts have been home dogs, 0-10. That doesn't spook you off at all, Scott?
Look, none of this makes any sense. I'm just telling you, sometimes you have to go with where the real smart money is going. Did you notice how the spread has been going down? And everyone in Indianapolis is like, why would the spread go down? The Chiefs are so much better. Because the smart money in Vegas knows that the home underdog sitting in a must-win situation is the side you want to be on. If the Chiefs win or lose this game, they're still going to the playoffs. This is the Colts.
All right, we'll be on the edge of our seats seeing who will win that one. Hammer, you've got a player prop bet for this game.
I do, and listen, if the Colts don't get Nyheim Hines in the mix, you're going to have the exact same result as you had in Week 2 down in Jacksonville. There's absolutely no reason why Nyheim Hines is not targeted in the passing game today. The Vegas line is 3.5. I'm going over on this one. Again, this is something that has to happen for the Colts to be successful. It takes a little workload off of Jonathan Taylor. It frees up Michael Pittman a little bit, who we heard earlier from Charlie and Angela is in the mix. I like over 3.5 receptions for Nyheim Hines today. This has to happen if you're the Colts.
All right. Now, if you want to see all of their bets and watch us at the same time, we got a little secret for you. It's over on Scott's head right now.
Look at that.
There's a QR code. You can scan that and get all of the picks for today. But we're just getting started here on All Indiana Bets. Coming up after the break, we'll dive into some more props for this matchup between the Colts and the Chiefs. Is Patrick Mahomes in for a big day against the Indy defense? We'll discuss that next. Welcome back. Back once again by popular demand. It's a little game we like to call Feeling It or Fading It. Here we go. We're talking prop bets for today's showdown between the Colts and the Chiefs. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
You probably missed me yesterday, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, first up.
Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry, we kind of left you hanging there, didn't we? I'm feeling you today.
Okay,
that sounds like a problem. The human resources.
There's an HR call.
Oh my gosh, what did I just say?
Happy 21st birthday, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I got Danielle a gift already. It was a big L on a bet that we made last weekend.
We did.
Nice.
Okay, let's talk feeling or faded. We don't need to talk about that anymore. So Patrick Mahomes has a great track record against the Colts defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley. So Mahomes' passing total is set today at 289.5. Feeling it or fading the number 15 to throw for 290 plus?
I'm going to go first here. I'm going to fade this because, again, I'm in on the under on this game today. Like Scott said, when it comes to gambling, when the public is all in on one side, I want to look at the other. Those big, beautiful resorts in Las Vegas didn't build themselves because of what the public thinks. I just think if the Colts are going to stick around in this game, and I do think they stick around, it's not going to be an offensive shootout. The Chiefs are also one of the worst teams at covering. So give me under on Patrick Mahomes today. Despite what all the math says, despite the numbers, I'm going under on Mahomes.
Despite what you said in the pre-message before the pregame for us, I love that you can make a last-second live TV decision like that.
I'm telling you, man, I give the people what they want. I do. I got to be honest.
You do. I agree. I do not see the Colts giving up that many yards against him. I just feel like the place is going to be on fire. I really enjoy what's going to happen today. And I will not refer to Darius Leonard as Shaq until he actually plays a game.
Shaq Leonard has never played for the Indianapolis
No, I don't
Colts.
even know who this guy is. He seems to be bad luck. I want Darius back.
Darius was a playmaker for the Colts. Shaq's never been on the field.
Okay, you guys ready for the next one? Okay, after missing last week's game in Jacksonville due to a quad injury, Colts receiver Michael Pittman Jr. will be back on the field today. Pittman is listed at a plus 150 to find the end zone. Are you feeling or fading the MPG to score a TD?
I feel that because they got to throw to somebody. You know it's not going to be a tight end.
Ooh.
I saw last week Zach Ertz had 8 catches. Hey, Chris Ballard, could you have gotten him for a 3rd-round pick last year? You maybe could. You remember when it was Carson Wentz, the whole problem? He leads the NFL in touchdowns right now. Let's be truthful. They have no tight ends. They have crap receivers except for Pittman, so you better find it. Ooh, I feel like I should be playing.
I'm going to fade this one because if I'm a Kansas City defensive coordinator, you've got 2 decisions to make. Do we want to stack the box and stop Jonathan Taylor, or do we want to double team Pittman and take the passing game away and make the Colts one-dimensional here? Pick it, choose it. I don't think Pittman gets in the end zone today. He's going to be the favorite target of Matt Ryan. He might go over on some receiving props, but I don't think he catches the touchdown today. If you're in a passing situation and you're Kansas City and you don't double team this guy, then you should be out of the league.
All right, last one. So our friends at Caesar Sportsbook are offering a special prop with this boosted odds for this game. So Colts running back Jonathan Taylor to rush for 100 or more yards, and Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce to record 100 or more yards receiving, plus 650 we're getting on this.
Oh.
Yes.
Plus 650?
Yes, feeling or fading. That's impressive.
Man, I'm such a sucker for this kind of stuff. Like, I was gonna say no, that too many things have to go right for you to get this bet. Then you said plus 650, and like Beetlejuice, my head spun all the way around. I think I'm in. Like, a sucker is born every minute, but plus 650, I think it's un-American for me not to play this, Scott.
You're right. You're right. I can't go with it. I can't go with it. I'm not a sucker.
Come on. 650.
Look, that seems like a fun bet. So put 10 bucks on it.
Right.
Think about what it's worth.
Right. I don't want somebody to bet their mortgage and say, well, Hammer said to put it all on that prop bet boost. No. But if you got a little extra scratch, it's like buying a lottery ticket. It's certainly worth it, and you're going to get some entertainment value.
All right, it's time for our second picks. Let's go with you first, Scott.
This is the craziest line move maybe I've ever seen in NFL history.
It's been a week.
Yeah, it has been a week. It started at 7. I bet it on Monday at 7. I'm like, this is the best thing I've seen all year. I love the Jags. I think they're a high-quality team. I think they've been undersold by even Vegas first 2 weeks. Now we see again. Oh, wow. They're sitting right here. What? It's about Herbert. Do we know if Herbert, I keep hearing Peter's like, I'm almost positive. We need positive. I need positive, but I'm still going to take the Jags. I don't think Herbert's even healthy if he does play. 3.5 is that number. That hook really helps. I think they've got a legit chance to win, but 3.5, the Chargers aren't that good.
If you got this at 7 earlier in the week,
Oh, yeah.
man, you got to feel pretty good about that one. But again, the line move is because we don't know if Justin Herbert is going to be healthy or not.
Right. Who do you have for your second pick?
So, listen, it brings a little bit of joy to my heart to see the Patriots struggling offensively, but then that kind of gets taken out when I have to bet on Baltimore. But that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to lay 2.5 here with the Ravens at the Patriots. I know the Patriots at home as a dog usually is a recipe for defeat, but I don't think they can get in the end zone enough. Again, I get Lamar Jackson on a contract year, and even the games where they've lost, they're putting up numbers. Lamar Jackson puts up numbers. So I will lay 2.5. I don't think New England can score enough to keep up with the Ravens here, and it's not that big of a number. So give me the Ravens. I'll lay the 2.5 here, and we're going to go against the Fighting Belichicks.
All right, coming up next. Oh, it's about that time. He's got the glasses on.
I got the glasses
You ready
on.
to get
Superman has went into the phone booth.
14-2 the last 16 weeks. All 14 covered outright. God, why wouldn't you watch this? I'm looking forward to it.
Here we go.
Here we go, coming up next.
It is happiness time, right?
It
This
is.
is.
I've
It's time to make some cash.
Yep.
Sometimes I hear myself and I'm like, God, why are you always screaming? You know, just take it easy. This is where the money happens right here. I have lost 2 of the last 16 weeks in the NFL in long shots by 1 point. That's all.
That's an amazing run. Look at that graphic.
Yeah.
Name another show on TV where they try to act all professional and they wear pants that has a better number than that. Look at that.
Still wish we didn't have to wear pants, but can we put it up? Let's put up my pick. Okay, here we go. I like to put on the glasses. It just seems to work, and I'm going to share with you right now. Did you see that? The Falcons, Hammer. That used to be our rule, especially last year. You do not bet on the Falcons. Guess who the team you don't bet on this year? The Seahawks. I like the Seahawks once out of 17 weeks this year. It was game 1 with Russell Wilson coming back. They were amped. So was Pete Carroll. He spent the whole offseason. The Seahawks probably are the worst team in the NFL. I love the Falcons right now, what they're doing. Mariota is they're running kind of like a second-rate Eagles offense where they're using a lot of run play. They have a great tight end in Pitts. They've got receivers. I love what they're doing. I think they're going to be problematic for a lot of teams. And this is the game where they're close to the spread. Why would they at 1 point in Seattle, the Falcons? There's a reason. Smart money, once again, is on the Falcons. I'm smart money. Long shot goes 15-2.
Boom.
There we go.
Are you going money line or do you want that comforting 1 point? Do you want the 1 point just in case?
Money line, come on. I've 14 of the 14 won. Money line.
There you go. Okay, it's time for Hammer's third pick. Who do you have?
This is a game that I call the dead to me pick. In week 1, I took the Carolina Panthers in the Baker Mayfield Bowl. Week 2, I decided to take the Carolina Panthers getting points. If the Carolina Panthers lose this week and go 0-3, they're officially dead to me. I will wear all black next week, where we will have a funeral, not only for the career of Baker Mayfield, but for the coaching history of Matt Rule. Getting 2 points against a Saints team, to which I tried to tell Danielle last week, don't put your hard-earned money on Jameis Winston. I gotta take this. I gotta get it. The Panthers are not going to go 0-3. And if they are, they at least keep it close. This was at 2.5. I liked it better there, but I'll take 2 points here. Matt Rule coaching for his life. I'll take the Panthers getting 2. And if they lose, they join Wisconsin basketball and the Atlanta Falcons and Lovie Smith in the dead to me category.
Maybe that's why I'm wearing black. It's the funeral of the game for last pick.
Danielle,
I will give it to you.
I was very concerned that my name was going to pop up. When you said the dead to me, I was either me or Nigel. I couldn't know. He's always angry at one of his partners.
Oh, well. When we come back, so the guys have already each given you a trio of winners today, but the best is yet to come. Our LUNAZUL Lux, brought to you by LUNAZUL Tequila. They're coming up next on All Indiana Bets.
The LUNAZUL Lock is brought to you by LUNAZUL Tequila.
You know, if you put too much ice in, it's going to
No, there's not too much at all.
Okay.
I think this is probably the only show where people on the show are making drinks.
Right.
Like, oh, I got to rush back.
Cheers.
I've got 2.
I got a tall glass.
Oh, my goodness. At least it's not the Diet Mountain Dew today.
What is your problem with the Diet Mountain Dew? Why are you
duh.
such a snob for?
I
am the people's champion.
Yeah.
I will drink the nectar of the gods. I will mix a little Diet Dew. I'll mix a little Diet Coke. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but Diet Mountain Dew is just, I can't get on that
I've got
train.
LUNAZUL Tequila and I've got Evan Williams
You
bourbon.
are-
It's all part of the same
And the
family.
bourbon is so good today. What do we got going on tap here, birthday lady?
Yeah, so it is time. Well, I'm drinking. What am I drinking? The Larceny? What are you guys drinking?
Everything.
Oh, okay. He's got everything in that glass right there, so it's just going to be a great show.
It's
But
the
now-
adult version of a Hairy Buffalo here. We got a little tequila, we got a little bourbon. This is how you kick off an NFL Sunday.
And it's time to party. Let's get to it. It is our LUNAZUL Locks, brought to you by LUNAZUL Tequila.
Boom.
Scott, let's start with you first.
Okay, so, my locks aren't exactly as good as the long shots, but they're still good. I feel like I need to add this now maybe to the locks too, because this is a big game. Once again, you're looking at an away team. I don't usually bet on away teams. I just don't in the NFL. I don't like that usually. Today, here's another one. I like the 49ers in this circumstance. Oh, it's all been about Trey Lance. Oh, I just think that he's got more potential. Jimmy Garoppolo is not a lot of things, but one thing is he's a winner.
Right.
He took them to the NFC Championship game. He took them to the Super Bowl. One bad throw, and they're actually Super Bowl champions. One interception last year. They're probably Super Bowl champions again. The Broncos are a mess, and the defense is not the same without Vic Fangio, okay? They had no quarterback. That was his problem. I don't think Russell Wilson's the player he used to be. The only thing I like about the Broncos in this circumstance is that Russell Wilson has done well against the 49ers. He's 8-2, but that was with Seattle. I don't like this coach at all. I think he is way over his skis. Take the Niners.
And Danielle, I agree. Jimmy Garoppolo is the better quarterback. The Niners are better. And when I cut my grass shirtless in Beach Grove, people often confuse me for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right, sure.
I'm like a little bit older, more mature Jimmy G.
What is your LUNAZUL lock?
Listen.
I think a lot of people are asking, what is your
Grove.
address?
Right. I get that a lot. So you mentioned the Super Bowl. Listen, the Bengals played in the Super Bowl, but they have not played like a Super Bowl team yet. That stops today. You're going to get good Cincinnati today. Why? Because you're going to get bad New York Jets. Have you seen how many times they're dropping back Joe Flacco to pass? Fun fact, Joe Flacco is really 640 years old. There's no way you can keep dropping him back the amount of times that they are and expect to have success. That Browns game was a complete anomaly for the Jets. That's not happening again. So again, in terms of gambling, when the public goes one way, I'll go the other. Everybody's high on the Jets. What a comeback win. What an amazing win. I think this sets them up for a complete flat meltdown today. You're going to get good Joe Burrow. You're going to get a good Cincinnati team. And the line has gone up. It was 5, now it's 6, but I'll still play ball here. I'm going to lay 6. Today is the day the Bengals are back.
All right, coming up next, it's time to play your favorite game. Another round of prop, lock, or drop it.
Let's
It's all
do
coming
it.
up. He'll tell you which NFL player props to make today. That's next on All Indiana Bets.
Jimmy G, right here.
It is time to play America's favorite game. Time to play prop, lock, or drop it. Here how it works. Okay, Hammer gets a prop bet for one of today's game. Just move on. Let's go. We know how the game works,
Right.
okay?
Let's make some prop bets, baby. Let's prop it up. Here we go.
Bills quarterback Josh Allen taking on the Dolphins. Over-under for passing is set at 1.5.
For touchdown passes, yeah.
Wait a minute. I need to go call my bookie.
I think you should, because we are going to hammer this one.
Yeah.
See what I did right there? 'Cause
Nice.
I'm Jason Hammer. Yes, we're going over on this one. We are going to lock this one in. I don't have really any plays on the game today. I just kind of want to watch this game as a fan. Bills and Dolphins. Are the Dolphins legit? Is Tua a dude? Is he one of the next great quarterbacks? We're going to find out today. This is going to be a fun game, but that's way too low of a number for Josh Allen. So call your bookie, run to your app, do whatever you have to do, lock that over.
Next up, we have the Commanders receiver. And by the way, a lot of people, when they hear Commanders, are like, what team is that? Okay, old people, I understand. I need it in the teleprompter because I can't name it otherwise. Receiver Curtis Samuel, over-under for receiving yards against the Eagles is set at 44.5. Do you lock or drop this one with the Carson Wentz?
You don't walk away from a heater,
Yeah.
and Curtis Samuel is our heater right now. We hitched our wagon to him in week 1. We went over, we won. We hitched our wagon last week. We doubled down. We won again. You don't walk away from the table on a heater until the Las Vegas odds makers realize that Curtis Samuel is a pass-catching machine from Carson Wentz. We're going to keep riding the lightning here. That's way too low of a number. Lock this in. We're going over 44.5 receiving yards.
So we got Monday Night Football. Oh, thank you again for bringing us the Cowboys and the Giants.
Oh. How many New York teams get primetime spots? I get that it's the largest TV market, but they're all so boring to watch.
They are. Now, here is the only way you're going to make it exciting. Do you take Saquon Barkley? on the lock or drop of 80.5 rushing yards. Hammer.
Listen,
help us.
Barkley's having a great bounce back year, but we're going to drop this one down under. Cowboys defense is pretty good. They may have the defensive player of the year this year in Micah Parsons. And I like what Saquon Barkley's doing. He's rejuvenated. He's playing for a contract, but that's a big number in a divisional game. We're going to go under on this one. If I'm the Cowboys, I make Daniel Jones beat me through the air. I stack the box. I eliminate Saquon Barkley. And that's a pretty big number for a divisional game. Go under on this one.
Okay, we have Matt Stafford. This is one of yours right here. And the Rams paying a visit to Arizona. Over-under for passing yards is 275.5. I don't know. That feels about right. Lock or drop, Hammer.
We are going to drop it like it's hot. We are going to send it down low. I like Arizona in this game. This has not been the same Rams team as last year. We're waiting to see that amazing offense kick it into gear, but we haven't seen it yet. Anybody who's actually watched the Rams play this year, there's something off. And maybe it's that Super Bowl hangover. Maybe it's something else, I don't know. But we're going to go under on Matt Stafford here. I think Arizona's got a really good shot in this one. Drop this one down low. 275.5, too many.
I don't know what you picked. They're making barbecue in the corner here, and I'm not focused on what you're saying.
All right.
Last one, Ravens and the Patriots. What? Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson, passing total 215.5. Do you lock or do you drop?
Again, I get quite possibly one of the most dynamic players in the league. In a contract year, I'm going over. Of course I'm going over. Look at the numbers Lamar Jackson has put up so far. And again, for them to go into New England to win, it's going to be tough. But I like the Ravens in the game. And if you like the Ravens in the game, you have to think Lamar Jackson's going to have a big day. And by big day, that means more than 215.5. I know he runs the ball. I know sometimes he's a dink and dunk guy, but he could also air it out a little bit. We've seen the long ball from Lamar Jackson. So let's go over. This is way too low. Lamar Jackson, lock it in. We're going over.
So we have final picks. We have the Mick pick. Why would you do anything else? And barbecue. Let's just finish this segment and move to the next.
I'm in. I'm in. All Indiana bets.
Yes.
Tailgate on TV coming back next.
Betting lines for all Indiana bets are presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook.
It's already time for final pick, boys.
All right.
Who wants to go first? Scott, let's go with you.
Because I am presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. I've already hit your site earlier. I know some of you guys are too. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it's my buddy Carson Wentz.
Your euchre partner, Carson Wentz.
You know, last year I defended him some. I said, look, the guy's a lunatic sometimes, but I don't think he's got good players. I don't blame Matt Ryan on this too. Chris Ballard needs to play 1 week behind this particular.
Don't give him any ideas.
So I like the Skins in this situation. The Eagles are.
Who?
Oh, wait a minute. The Commanders.
Thank you.
The Commands.
The kids call them the commies.
I can't top that. I'm just going to tell you right now. The Eagles are a little overheated right now. I'm just going to say right now, they're a little overheated. They look great. This is the time to fade enough. I don't think the Commanders are going to win the game, but ooh, put those on. I like them plus 6.5.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points right there. I like
Division
that
game.
Yeah. All right, Hammer, who do you got?
All right, so what do Dexy's Midnight Runners and Right Said Fred all have in common? One-hit wonders.
Sure.
And this brings us to Cooper Rush, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper had a decent game last week, and because it happened on America's team, everybody feels like this is the next Troy Aikman. This is the next Tony Romo. Let's pump the brakes just a little bit here. I like the Giants in this spot, and this is a game that's been pretty steady all week long. It's gone from a pick'em to -1, but I like the Giants in this spot. Are the Giants going to be the worst, best team in the NFL? Yes. Yes, they are. I have zero faith that Cooper Rush is going to have another big game. I like the Giants here. I think they dictate the pace. It's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be an ugly game. I don't know why anybody would want to watch this on a Monday night other than having some action on it. So let's give you some action. I already went under on Saquon Barkley, but I think the Giants win the game here. I'll lay the 1.
All right, and you'll be happy to know I agree with you this week for Mick Pick.
Thank you, because Jameis Winston's not involved. That's why.
You know what? I have to agree with him so I don't have to hear about this all the time. But yes, I am taking the Bengals -6 with the Jets. Yes, they're off to a rough start. Joe Burrow's turning over. God, I don't even know what to count now. And the Jets, but they're playing the Jets. Jets are horrible. Yes, they did win against Cleveland, but did they win or did Cleveland just have an absolute collapse? I can't tell you. They did start at 5. I was going to take them at 5. Now you're at 6. I'll take it with the 6. Jets are allowing their opponents to convert 52% of the time on their third down attempts. So that's going to be a big score for the Bengals. Taking Joe Burrow.
By the way, again, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. I've been
you.
getting bombarded with text messages of my friends saying birthday messages to you.
Oh.
I can't read any of them on the air.
Thank you, friends.
The Hammer and Nigel Nation, they appreciate you on your birthday. Let's just say that.
Thank you. Cheers to you guys. And now, are we ready to eat yet? No, it's a recap. We got to send them all a little
you
more.
teased me. I thought we were going to go eat.
You. But if you missed any of their plays, they're going to recap them next for you on the next segment. Plus, producer Peter has been rolling to start the NFL season. He'll give you a teaser you can take to the bank.
I don't want to take it to the bank. No, you're right the first time.
And then I'll let you eat. That's coming up next.
Yeah. This is supposed to be the segment where we recap our picks. Boom, there they are. Let's talk about what happened during the commercial break. Because Dickey's Barbecue's here, and it looks amazing, and they're setting it up, and Fatty couldn't wait until the final break, and he waddles over there, and he cuts up an amazing rib, and he drops it on the floor like an amateur. At least you're still eating it. I'll give you that. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you drop a rib, the 3-second rule doesn't apply. It could be 25 seconds, it could be 40 seconds. You still eat the rib. All right, take me through what you got.
Colts, 49ers, Jaguars, Falcons, Commanders. This is so good. I can't wait to the next segment. Professional broadcaster Scott Long.
Professionals don't drop the rib. All right. I got the under in the Colts game, the Ravens, the Panthers, the Bengals, the Giants. That is my lineup today. We're going to make so much money. We're going to be able to buy all the Dickey's barbecue that we want.
Hey, let me tell you something, Hammer. I'm a godly man, and if a rib hadn't have been dropped, we weren't here. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Eve, onward.
Okay. All right. Peter.
Do you know the Bible?
Peter, I just want you to shut up and eat right now. Peter, you don't get to talk anymore after you drop a rib. That should be like banishment to the corner.
I'm eating it.
Peter, you've been doing pretty well this year on your teasers. We call this segment Don't Tease Me, Bro.
Pretty well. Pretty well.
Yes. You're doing pretty well.
This is how many we've lost this year.
Okay.
I didn't know his voice could go higher.
I know.
This is how many we're going to lose today.
All right, let's get to it.
Today.
I know. What do we got?
All right, so a teaser. For those who don't know, it's essentially a parlay where you move the lines in your favor. So, for example, if you like the Jaguars today, +3.5, but you're not really sure if they can keep it within 4 points, you take them up to +10.5, like I'm doing here. Same thing with the Texans against the Bears, +10 with the Texans, and then the Cowboys +8. The reasoning with the Jaguars is simple. Obviously, we don't know the status of Justin Herbert. It seems like he's not going to play. Keenan Allen, the Chargers' best wide receiver, is also questionable in this game. And the Jags look good, man. The Jags look like the best team in the AFC South right now. 10 points seems like plenty there. Texans, Bears, and Giants, Cowboys will be low-scoring, ugly games. I think the Texans might be better than the Bears straight up, so I'll gladly take 10 there. And then the Hammer, I know what you're saying about Cooper Rush being a one-hit wonder, but let's not forget who plays quarterback for the New York Giants. His name's Daniel Jones, and I'm not sure he's better than Cooper Rush. So we'll take the Giants the Cowboys, in a divisional game up to +8. And then a bonus pick for you guys. We're 2-0 on unders this year. so we'll keep it rolling. Again, low-scoring, ugly game in Chicago today. We'll take the under 39 in Texans-Bears. It's going to be windy. The return of Lovie Smith to Chicago, conservative game plan, a lot of defense. Matt Eberflus, a defensive guy. So we'll go under 39 with two of the worst offenses in the league.
Hammer, does he always get a full screen? What was that about? I don't remember that.
When you when you're undefeated, you go full. No more boxes when you're undefeated. That's the new rule.
See, I don't know why you're so critical of Peter, Scott, because you guys have something in common. You guys love a hard W in Jaguar.
Yes.
The Jaguars. There's no Jaguar. There's Jaguars. It's not a hard W. Are you guys going to go drive down Washington Street together maybe a little bit later on?
There's no W in undefeated either, boys.
God,
Zero.
I know this is all Indiana bets, but
Zero
can we take
losses.
the Indiana out of it just a little bit? Just a little bit. That's all that I'm asking
Hey,
here.
how about you guys go eat? Let's get out of these boxes. How about you go eat?
I can do that. I'm the guy that's going to hold on to the ribs. I'm the guy that you can trust not to screw it up like somebody who shall remain nameless over here. And coming up next, we got Dickey's Barbecue. They are lined up. Look, Danielle's eating. Everybody's eating around here but me. This has to change. We will make that change when we come back. Dickey's Barbecue is in the house. It's all Indiana bets. Look at that. Will you look at it? Will you just soak it all in? That's the best thing that's been on camera all show.
True.
Right there. Wow. The amazing Dickey's Barbecue. I can't wait for this. Scott, you and I have been making picks throughout the show. We've been having drinks throughout the show. But this
We're working really hard.
This really is what we've been waiting for. We've got Josh Wise here, owner and operator of Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Take me through this awesome spread of Americana that we've got right here.
Yeah, as we're talking bets, we're talking football, we're talking barbecue, everyone.
Yes.
And we've got the big yellow cups to put any adult beverage you want in there. We got tons of Evan Williams products that can deliver everything you want in those, and we tie them with a great
Why
coat.
aren't you the bourbon expert? So what do we got here?
And then we got ribs. This is what we were eating earlier.
That's the money shot.
And this is a half rack. We're going to slice them for you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then serve them individually like that. And you look at that smoke in there. You look at that meat. Everybody, I promise, this is not a dinosaur bone. This is a St. Louis style rib.
Some people eat them on these trays. I eat them off the floor. That's how good they are. I'm going to take that right now. Okay, show me what we got here.
And I would eat off the floor, everybody. This room is cool. This is our beer cheese, brisket, pub cheese fries.
What?
Paired with French fries, you got our brisket chili over top, and then it has a fat tire beer cheese to dip in and seal the deal.
Cut me off a rib. I want a rib, and I want the spicy sauce. I want the spicy
definitely we can do that.
Okay, spicy sauce is right here. Hammer.
This is the perfect spread to have as you get ready to watch the Colts take on Kansas City. Now, Kansas City is known for their barbecue today. So if you're a Colts fan, you're hoping you beat Kansas City and you eat some barbecue all in the same day here, right?
Where's Dickey's based? Where's like the corporate headquarters?
Yeah, Dickey's is based in Dallas. We're the #1 barbecue chain in the world. We got Dickey's everywhere, based out of Dallas. So we bring that competition, legit style barbecue all across the world.
Dude, it's falling off the bone.
Yeah.
It's falling off the bone. And I love the accent, by the way, because you never want to have like a northeastern New England guy talking about barbecue. That stinks. That's the perfect accent I want to hear for a guy that's got awesome barbecue right here.
Josh, where are you from?
I'm from West Virginia.
West Virginia. Where at in West Virginia?
Huntington.
Huntington. Lovely. Randy Moss. Ran you. Let me also say, can I call you Dickey the rest of the show?
I mean, you call me that you want.
So, Dickey, I will tell you next thing. We got our
This is
sandwiches
so good.
over here. What are those?
These are our pulled pork sandwiches.
Put one. You got the gloves on.
Yeah, of course so. And everybody, our secret is we got a rotisserie style pit, and we put our brisket, we put our pulled pork in there, and we load it early, and then it just rotates in there, and then we start loading the rest of our meats, so all those flavors are working together. It comes out of the pit, and then we pull it fresh right there. So this brisket or this pulled pork is fresh pulled right there, nothing done, nothing frozen, nothing processed. We do it real at our Dickey's Barbecue because of the pit. It makes it legit, everybody.
And you guys do catering stuff too, right? If somebody has an event coming up, or maybe they want to do a tailgate of their own, they can do some catering, right?
Yeah, and catering is our bread and butter of our business. Barbecue caters well. It's perfect for weddings, perfect for tailgate parties, perfect for every event that you can think of. moms,
here comes
dads,
Danielle.
party packs after school. All the kids are in sports right now. Everybody's doing something.
Right.
Swing by Dickey's Barbecue, get a pack. We got desserts for the meal. We got drinks. We got ribs.
We got about 30 seconds left here. How do we get a hold of you? If we want to get this lined up, how do we get a hold of you?
The best way is you could call our Pendleton Pike store, or you could go to dickeys.com. We also have our 866 catering number, but tons of avenues to get a hold of us. If you want it delivered to you, we have tons of third-party options.
Okay.
Anything you can think of. We want to be the barbecue destination for everybody here in Indianapolis.
Hammer, can I just wrap this show up? It was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're an adult. Let's get past it.
You guys.
Also, we drank, we bet, we eat. Colts cover today. Maybe I'm drunk. I don't know.
Bye, guys.
I'm taking that bet out there.
I'm going to eat some Dickey's Barbecue. Good luck, everybody.